Electrolux is a big group, an international big group, and I'm here with Marco Bulgheroni, whose job title is.
Good afternoon, good morning, everybody. My name is Marco Bulgheroni. I'm Global R&D Vice President of Electrolux Professional.
Okay, thank you. Then, Marco, you are not here to talk only about Electrolux, obviously. You will tell us something about your experience, but we want to receive from you some general indication about the meaning of 4.0 and your experience in these last years in this direction. I think that a good starting point could be that uh, talking about people who has to interface with 4.0 that obviously is made of hardware, software, many technicalities, but people is not a secondary aspect of this big changing and adventure.
That's right, Federico. I would even say people is the first point. All start with peoples. And for us, when we talk about the digital transformation, people are in the middle. And I'm normally consider that the people have two dimensions. We have the first dimension where we need to consider to attract the new talents that are out in the market, the new expert in robotics, artificial intelligence, IoT, and whatever you can name it. This is the first dimension, but we have also a second dimension that somehow is linked also to the first dimension. It's not easy to find this candidate in the market, so there are not so many. So from a company like ours, but like many others, we need also to form this talent inside, within the company. This is relative important for us as a group.
And what you think about generation, because we have young, very young people who is really involved with the new technology, and you have some people that's not so young, but it's not so old, and you have to match these two tribes.
You catch a very relevant point. Today we are facing a cultural change. We have the new millennial that are facing the industry today, which they are full of innovative ideas. Okay, but on the other side we have the so-called Generation X, and not only, which where I'm belonging to, where we are more structured, we know more the products. So I strongly believe that what make the difference in the combination of these two generations that they have to work together. We need to take the innovations and experience and put it together and make it works.
There is too, I think, a great big horizon for what concern the relationship with clients, with 4.0 and many other new interesting things. We feel that there is a need of a big change in the relationship with clients and clients with the factory, with the firm.
Yes, this is what we are changing today. First of all, is the supplier-client relationship. Okay, we should go a bit beyond of the traditional relationship where mainly is everything based on negotiation. So we need to involve more our supplier, and we are starting to have several co-joint development with our supplier, where we try to involve them and have a long-term agreement with our suppliers, and not stick with the old way to manage this relationship, what's again a short-term relationship. Supplier, they know very well their components, so they can contribute to develop something together for us, but together to make a difference in the business.
Could you give me some example of this? What you say when you say we must involve them in the development of a project? How this can be done?
It is first we have to start to have a partnership with them, and again, not a more a traditional relationship. So when we means involve and to have a co-joint development is when a new project is approaching us, we sit together with them, and together we build the project. So we take the competencies that is belonging to Electrolux, but then we need to take the competencies belonging to suppliers. If I talk about our business, motor, pump, and every technology where they are the leader, we should use their competencies and take it within our project to make the difference, to be more competitive than where we are today.
And so that means that you have to start with an open mind, because you have to discover how the project can be described, and then in a second moment you can define precisely, and that's very very strange for for a factory.
Yes. Yes, and this is introduced to another model that we are using very frequently. Every day, I would say that is the so-called model, open innovation model, where we are not looking anymore only to our supplier basis or the supplier that are fluctuating around us, but we are trying to look everywhere, in every direction, in different industry, to try to catch the innovations, the best practice also from other industry that today they looks like far away from us, but in reality they are not.
So we are in years in which we have a huge amount of new technology, new hardware, new software, new of everything. Um, the relationship with the people who makes research, research center, university, I think that's a key point, and how you are managing, how you are handling this relationship.
As you were saying, to support the technology, the role of academics are become more and more important for us. What we are trying to do, and I would say pretty successful, we are trying a bit to invert the tendency. In the traditional way of working is the company was looking for university to have some support. We are trying to change a bit this paradigm and having the university knock on our door to offer their competencies. We have established what we call the Research Hub by Electrolux Professional, where within this program we are having several PhD students that are coming to our company. They spent 3 years with us. They make their job, but on our project. So this is, we believe, is a win-win situation, because they have the possibility to do their study based on real cases. On our side, we can use their competencies in our project. And many times happens that at the end of their PhD programs, after the 3 years, some of these people, they join our company because they see the real world.
No, this is really the last question. Uh, the business model. In this area, there is a huge transformation. They say that we are entering the era of services and not only product. How you think? What's your idea about this transformation?
This is very true what you're saying, because we are moving to away to the product. So it's not only new functions to the product, but is also the new service that we are delivering to our customers. When we said before we are changing the relationship between supplier and customer, in this case us, we are also changing the relationship with us as Electrolux, as a company, with our customer. Also there we need to start to work differently. We need to start to work in a collaborative way, because we need to understand their needs, and we need to sell them more services and not only products. Making some example, we are working very actively on preventive and predictive maintenance. So through the big data, through sensor, to understand how the machines behave in the field, in the customer house, in the restaurant, in the laundry shops. This is for us is very, very important to have this data, because this is allow us also to go to the new business model, as you were saying, moving more to the pay-per use concept, right? Telematic or digital payment system to do, for example, in laundry coin shop, operators. This is something that is changing and is open the door to new business model, as you said.
And this is really completely new. I want to ask you, it's not this probably the most difficult change to manage?
Yes, it is. As a traditional industry, as I want to call ourselves, we have been focused on the product since ever, right? And what is difficult to change this also internally, because we need to understand that it's not only about the product. It's about the service, about everybody's talking about the experience. This is what the experience we deliver to our customers. More and more customers are not looking anymore only to the product, but they want to see the full picture. They want to see the full ecosystem.
Well, thank you and good luck for your work.
Thank you very much.